Hi everyone, and welcome to my tutorial this evening. In this evening's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to unlock a bootloader and root a Galaxy Note 4 phone. Now I apologize that this tutorial is not going to be for everyone. Of course, you have to own a Note 4, and not only that, you have to own a specific version, which is the Verizon version of the phone, which is the SM-N910V. So you asking yourselves, why root a phone? What's the benefits of rooting a phone? Well, when you buy a phone, it's pretty much the phone owns you. Pretty much, I mean, it's the administrator. You're limited of what you can do with it. When rooting it, you pretty much own your phone. Then you become the administrator, and you pretty much tweak the performance. You can flash ROMs, flash kernels, custom kernels, just really enhance the performance of your phone and battery life, and you can unlock features, add new features to your phone. It has a lot of benefits in rooting, guys. It really does. So the process that I'm going to take with this phone is, first of all, we're going to have to unlock the bootloader because you can't do any kind of permanent rooting with a locked bootloader. So that's the first thing we have to do. So we have to temporarily root the phone with an app. I'll be showing you here in a little while to gain temporary root access to push a file over onto the phone to unlock the bootloader, and then and after that we'll be sent into what is called a developer mode, which then we can use a program called Odin 3 to install a custom recovery. And from there we can establish permanent root. So that's what this video or tutorial consists of, the steps. It is a lengthy process. I've actually rooted this thing twice already. Reason being is I wanted to make sure that I just didn't get lucky the first time. I wanted to make sure that I could do it again. And in doing it the second time, which I'm glad I did, because it is a little different from the first time of rooting it. There is a little bit of difference. So as I'm going through the steps, showing you the steps, I'll be explaining what's different from the first time rooting it. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with this. I don't keep blabbing my mouth too much and make this video drawn out like I'm doing right now. So let's just get right down to it, guys. Come on, let's go. Alright guys, so there's a few things we need to do on this phone before we get started with the computer portion of the tutorial. We need to go into our settings here, actually first. We need to scroll all the way down to the very bottom where it says to About Phone. Go into that and check your Android version. Make sure you're on 5.1.1. If you're running 4.4 KitKat or 5.0 Lollipop or 6.0 Marshmallow, I have a 5.1.1 stock firmware file that you can load up into a program called Odin 3 and actually update it to this particular version or downgrade from 6.0 down to this particular version. Because as far as I know, guys, this has only been tested on this 5.1.1 Android version, as far as I know. So just make sure you're on 5.1.1. Alright. The next step, guys, is we're going to go down to where it says build number, because we got to open up a option called developer options. What we're going to do is just tap on this a couple of times, and that should unlock an option here called developer options. See that right there? So go into that and make sure your USB debugging is checked off, just like that right there, and hit OK. Alright. Alright. So we're good there. Now we can go back out. And two, guys, make sure that, let's go into security here. Make sure that your reactivation lock is unchecked. Alright. Just make sure it's unchecked. Alright, so we go back out of this. I can get back out of it. Alright, so let's go into our folder here, or our SD card, I mean. This is going to be the most crappiest video, I can tell you that right now. Worst video yet. Alright, SD card, Here's a few files that we're going to have to install the root checker first. Alright, so install block. What we have to do is go into settings. Check unknown sources. Make sure it's checked off. Just uncheck this little green box there and hit OK. Alright, then go to install. Okay, we're done with that. We can close it out. The next one, we'll install the eMMC check. So go ahead and install that. And install pretty quickly. Now, like I said before, the first time that I rooted my phone, this app right here worked for me. This Kingo Root 3.3 version temporary root app. That worked for me, guys. The second go did not work whatsoever. It kept crashing my phone. So I had to use an alternative rooting app, which is called New King Root version 4.9. That's what I had to start using. So if you're a first-time rooter, try the Kingo Root 3.3 version first. That worked really good for me. And we'll go ahead and install it. Okay, we're done there. Alright, so what we need to do now, guys, there's one more thing we need to check. You need to make sure, okay, let's go into, let's open up our eMMC check. Make sure, guys, that, see where it says eMMC chip, your CID number it starts with 15. Make sure, guys, it starts with 15, alright? If it doesn't start with 15, do not follow this tutorial. Alright? Cool. Okay. We can actually go on over to the computer now, guys, and do the computer portion of the tutorial. Alright? Alright, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up my phone here. We're ready to get for the computer part of the tutorial here. Computer portion of the tutorial. Alright. And we'll come over here and we'll open up our folder. And there's quite a few things in this folder, guys, that, well, I'll just explain it as I go. But the first thing we want to do, I'm going to open up our instructions here. This contains all of our commands for the command prompt that we're going to use. And we also need to open up a command prompt within this folder here. You just hold shift and right click, and you could open up a command window right within this folder here. Just like that. Alright, so what I want to do now is type in, well, let's just copy it over. I don't feel like typing, but copy, paste, and I want to hit enter. Alright, so we need to check off allow US debugging. Just check that and hit OK. When it usually shows that, it shows unauthorized right here. When you see that, that's when you need to go to your phone and do what I just did. And then you want to just come back, paste your ADB devices here again, hit enter, and you should have a serial number with device written right there, okay? Cool. So we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and copy this because this is the first thing that we're going to copy over. This is after we get temporary root access. This is what we're going to. This is the command we're going to copy over into our command prompt here to push that Samsung unlock file. This is what's going to unlock our bootloader right here, guys. Alright, so let's go into King Root here. And we'll try to get temporary root access. I am using the King Root, if I didn't mention that before. King Root 4.9. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start it. Okay, so now that we got root access, just cancel that out. Just go right here to root authorization. And what we're going to do, we're going to allow root access for our root checker, which will allow. And also our ADB program, which is our command prompt here. We're giving the command prompt temporary root access to push that file over. So we're good there. Now we're going to go ahead and paste that command. Good deal. And we're going to copy ADB shell here. I'm going to type in SU, enter. And if you got a pound sign here, that's good. That means we still got a root access. So we can start copying these other files over. If you don't have that, then you can't push these files here over. Alright, so right here you just want to type in YES, which is yes, and it'll start unlocking the bootloader. Now, this process that I just did, guys, the first time you root your device, you have to do this process twice. The reason being, the first time, I found out that it just changes your CID number. That's it. The second time around, like I'm doing now, it will actually unlock the bootloader. So when I went back and I installed the stock firmware, the 5.1.1, went back to stock, the CID number did not change. It stayed the same. So now I only have to do it one time. That's this number right here. It was a totally different number at first. Now it's staying, the last 4 digits is 1200. It stays the same even if I go back to stock. So this number never changes. Alright, so we got a reboot here. What you want to do, we want to unplug our device, pull the battery, just like so, put it back in. What we want to do is hit volume down, home, and power at the same time. And hit your volume up. Now, I don't know if you can see that or not, but right there at the very top, not the very top, right there where the blue letters at, you see it says Mode Developer. That's exactly what you want. That is an unlocked bootloader right there, guys. That's exactly what you want. Right above Secure Download, the blue lettering, it says Mode Developer. Alright, so we're good there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to close out all this stuff here. We don't need it. Now we're going to go in here and open up our Odin 3, run it as an administrator. Okay. Plug up our device here. Okay. Now, we'll go down here to where it says AP. Some versions of Odin, the older versions, will have PDA. Alright, so you click either the PDA or the AP. I'm going to click the AP real quick. Alright, and we're going to go to desktop. I don't know what's wrong with my pointer here. But the computer not finna go out. Anyway, we're going to go to files for Odin. Right here. Oh, yeah. And here's our custom recovery. We're going to install this custom recovery right now. And once it gets done, it will reboot the phone. Now, if you get a boot loop, what you'll do is pull the battery, pull the SD card, and we'll reinstall the battery, boot it back up. If you still have a boot loop, then we'll install this file here. This is the system only. This will repair our system firmware. That way we don't get a boot loop. There's also a kernel that we would install with this, which is right. Do I even have it in here? It might not show up because it's in Odin. Yeah, here it is right here. Oscar kernel. That's what we'll install along with this one. Okay, so let's just go into here. We'll load this custom recovery up. There it is right there, and we'll hit start. It shouldn't take long at all for this. Once it does, guys, hit volume up, power, and home at the same time. This will take us into our custom recovery. Swipe to unlock, and we'll go to. Alright, so now what we want to do, we want to go to advanced. No, we want to go to wipe up here at the top. Go to advanced wipe. Check SD card. And swipe to format the SD card. Okay, now we can reboot the system. Install super user now. No, we're not going to install super user now. Alright, we'll see if we got a boot loop here, guys. If it goes back to the Note 4 logo deal, then we got a boot loop. Oh, we don't have a boot loop. Cool, man. Cool, that's the first time, actually, guys, that I didn't have to do that extra step. I wish I did, because it'd show you guys how to do it. But if you guys ever encounter that problem, let me know in the comments below, and I'll go through with you on steps. Alright, so what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to turn our phone back off. Alright, power it off. Alright, now I'm going to take the SD card out, because there's a couple of things that we need to install here. One second. All right. Go over here to the computer real quick. Oh, let me see if it okay, we still got our SD card. Sometimes when you get that boot loop, guys, this SD card, that phone will partition your SD card about 20 times. You have to like 20 partitions on this SD card. And then you'd have to go in, open a command prompt and clean it up, which I do have the instructions on how to do that within this folder over here also. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this up, and we are going to find our beta super user right here. We'll copy it over. Paste it in there. Alright, and also we are going to copy this over. This is going to take our super user and make it a pro version right here. Alright, so that's our next step. Alright, so I'll go back out and install my SD card back in the phone. Alright, so to get back in recovery, we are going to hit volume up this time, power, and home at the same time. Now you see I got a custom unlock logo there. That's good. So now we're going to go to install, and we're going to select our storage, which is the SD card. Okay, there's our beta super user. We're going to click on that right there, and we're going to swipe it to install it. Alright, and we'll go back, and that should be it. That should be it right there, guys. Okay, we'll just go to reboot system. Oh man, it's fuzzy. Okay. Oh no! Looks like we got a boot loop, guys. So what we're gonna do, let's see if it does it again. If it does, I'm going to have to pull the battery and the SD card. Oh, we got a boot loop. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to pull the battery. We're going to pull the SD card. We're going to put the battery back in and just power it up. If that don't fix it, we're going to have to go back and install that system only. Oh boy, I hope it don't boot loop. Oh no. Okay, we got to go back and we got to install the system only, guys. That's what we got to do. So let's go over to the computer here again. Let me get this right here. Gotta go back into the SD card here. We need to go into here. We need to copy this file here over. Alright. Paste it right in there just like that. Alright. Just leave those two in there. Alright. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but I mean, I was hoping, yeah, because it would help you guys out to see. But we're going to hit volume down, power, and home at the same time to go into download mode. Okay, like that right there. We're going to hook our phone up. Okay. About to open Odin up again. Run as an administrator. Okay, this time we're same thing. We're gonna click on the AP and we'll go to the system only. What this is basically the stock firmware, but it's without the bootloader. It won't mess with the bootloader at all. It'll leave it unlocked. That's exactly what we want. So you just hit start. Now I'll skip this part over because it's going to take a minute or two. Alright guys, so once it's done, it'll say pass and it will reboot. And once it does that, okay, that's awesome. It went right into recovery, which is good. What we want to do now is go ahead, swipe it. We need to install. Alright, we need to go down to this Oscar kernel version 0.2 zip. Click on it and install it. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and reinstall the super user. Okay. Reboot. We're just going to power off. Well, I didn't want to do that, but okay. What are you doing? Okay, let's just pull the battery. Let's pull our SD card out just in case, and we'll just power it back up. Okay. We should be out of boot loop, right? Why does it keep doing that? Reboot system. Okay. Like I said, we should be out of boot loop, and as you can see, Android is starting. So that means we are good there. What we can do, go ahead and put our SD card in. Just right in the back there. Well, anyway, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to scroll on over. Let me just pick it up like this. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Okay, so we do have the super user right here. As you can see, we are running the super user free app here. I hate that I gotta, let's do this right here. Hold on a second. Oh, I can do that way. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm just hitting all kinds of buttons here. Alright. Like I said, we're using the free version here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back out of it, and we're going to go to our SD card. And there it is right there, the Super User Pro. What you want to do is install that. Okay, go back out. And I think, hold on. Yeah. We have to restart our phone. Hold on a second. For that to, I know guys, it's a pain in the butt. Go back and forth, pull the battery, to start it over. It's a pain in the butt. But once you get done, then you're really on your phone then. Okay, we'll go back into our Super User app, and it should be a Pro version. There we go. And you can see right there at the top, Super User. Golly, stupid thing, man! I swear. Okay, there you go, Super User Pro, and not if it stopped. I don't care about that. We can go into our root checker. We can go to over here, we'll verify root, and it should ask us to allow root access for this app right here. Okay, there it is right there. It's asking for a super user request. You just hit grant. And there we go. What it says right there, guys, it says, congratulations, root access is properly installed on this device. So we're good to go. And then you can go back to your super user, and now you have that particular app within the super user app showing that it's allowed root permissions, and you can actually go in here and you can actually trash it or whatever like that. And also this right here, this will ask for root access also. There's our two apps right there that now have root access. Not a big deal with those two though, but anyway, that's it, guys. We're fully rooted right now, unlock bootloader, all that good stuff. So we're ready to install ROMs, custom kernels, do a little tweaking on the phone, whatever like that, whatever we want to do. So I hope this helped at least one person out there. I know it's not going to help many because not many people own the Note 4 maybe and don't even like Android to begin with, and also maybe not even have their Verizon version of the Note 4. So it's very limited on what how many people this is going to help out. So I appreciate you watching anyway, and stay tuned for more tutorials and gameplays and all that good stuff. So I will see y'all guys later. Thanks for watching, guys.